Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of It's a Progressive World. As always, I'm joined by Sam, and you can find timestamps down below. And please like and subscribe. All right, Sam, go ahead.
It's going to be a bit of a, I guess, a slow news week, but we're going to briefly talk about Elon Musk and AI. And he did a recent interview, and there was some discussion about that, as well as Matt Taibbi and Twitter files. There was a tiny bit of update, I think, after we did our show last week. Then we're going to talk about then we're going to talk about Iran and a kind of a huge development in the opposition and what's happening with the opposition both inside and outside of Iran, especially following the visit of the heir to the throne, the beggar prince, as I like to call it, to Israel. Then we're going to briefly talk about Sudan and maybe a tiny bit about Russia. And then we're going to move on to UK, where one of my favorite news is ever happening, which was Dominic Raab had to basically resign because a bunch of pussies in the civil service were like, oh, he was bullying us. Oh, he was bullying. I mean, look at this man. He couldn't bully I don't think he could have bullied anything. So, I think this is all bullshit. But yeah, that's about it, I think, for this week.
All right, if you say so. A few fun stories in there, of course, including Elon Musk. But then also we're gonna talk about the retirement and the retirement age and the DW video you had sent me. I look
Oh,
forward to that as
yes,
well.
yes. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a bit, I guess, earlier than when I came across these stories.
Yeah, but no worries. I just want to mention it now. But okay, I had a little mini story for you as well before we get going. First,
Mini story, what's this
yeah,
about?
did you hear about the stampede in
Oh,
Yemen?
yes, we should have had this. Yes, I did. I think, did I? No, I didn't send you the video. I watched the video. I
No,
remember. Yeah,
yeah,
there was a stampede in Yemen when they were handing out the Aid Fitr, I think food, or like
I
there was,
see.
food in general. And more than 80 people, I believe, have died. So
Yeah,
very bad, very sad news. Yeah.
no, definitely. And then this caught my attention. I wanted to see if you had any thoughts or anything, just for fun.
What was it?
So India's population is set. I mean, this is no news, right? But it just
Oh,
reminded
yeah,
me
I've
of
heard about
this.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so India's population is set to pass China's, I guess, this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Didn't they? I thought it may have happened, or maybe it was just
Yeah.
saying like they were saying it's gonna happen this year. So yeah, that's, I guess, I don't know. Are you trying to, is this some sort of, are you trying to goad me into talking about population control or
No, I just
something?
wanted to
Trying to
see if you had any thoughts or anything.
yeah,
And India's economy is
that's
about to become the fifth largest. Gonna surpass Britain.
yeah, that makes Britain
Yeah.
is set to have a very bad economical year, so makes sense in many ways. But yeah, I mean, I would have gone on a rant about, oh, population, too many population, but it's too late. I was I think a couple of months ago, I was thinking it's just in 60s or 70s, if there was population control, maybe, but now it's just, yeah,
But look, populations also have
I
a
don't know.
cyclical nature to them depending on if you don't continue. So, I mean, look at China.
Sure, there is no, I'm just saying if we did
Unless you
control that
don't, yeah.
cycle, maybe we wouldn't have so many famines and so many problems.
I don't
That's all.
know.
Like, no,
They could
it's
still
you
be
never.
here.
I I doubt it as much.
I
I
don't
think
doubt
there's.
it.
I mean, just look at I give you one hard evidence, which is the Black Death in Europe. When there was the Black Death in Europe, following the Black Death and reduction of the population of peasantry and the labor force, you see following that, you see all across Europe and I guess to a lesser extent sort of Middle East, and increased in the wages, increased in the quality of life of the workers and generally people. So, you know, And I think there is significant number of studies that show that, like, increased population usually, like, if with limited resources, if
Mhm.
resources are not, managed well, which there
Yeah.
is no global management of resources. There's just a bunch of fucking thieves having it at it, like, carving out their own part. So again, I'm not saying like it should have been, but it's too late now, so whatever.
Yeah, I would just say that it's one factor, but you can find
No,
countless examples of more or less population and there being better situations between those countries or the same situation. And yeah, so I guess it depends with
no, man. I
other
feel
things that it's surrounded with, the context and other
we I
factors.
I just gave the context of management, but I would say this, I think it's very misleading to say it's just a factor. It's like saying, well, in basketball, height is just a
Well,
factor.
no, I mean,
Sure, of
India has
course,
a
it's
huge
just it's.
population, for instance, but Nepal has a much
Mhm,
smaller one. But,
sure.
does that mean that their situation is drastically different or Sri Lanka?
I wasn't comparing country to country. I was saying globally,
Mm,
I was speaking. If we manage, no, like you're right, Sweden, like, or I don't know, like you can, there are countries that are doing fucking fantastic, but globally, I think we could have avoided a lot of things if we managed our
perhaps.
population a slightly more reasonably. Because, and it's not, again, I'm not blaming anybody. Like, it just, there was there was a, what do you say, there was sudden revolution in medicine and that type of thing, and it's just changed like, people used to have 8 children, 3 of
Yeah,
them would die like immediately, 4 of them within the next 10 years. So it's just, uh,
yeah,
I don't think we did a good job, but I'm not saying that, of course, I'm just saying it's a very important, it's a crucial factor. It's one of the
yeah.
crucial factors. I'm not saying there are no other factors. That's
Okay, well, anyway, we can pick up and continue this
anyway. I had the rant
conversation
anyways. So.
when we talk about this video about retirement. I mean, they're quite related in the sense that the population that you have and also as you're talking about right now, medicine and all this is kind of
Mm.
development, it changes your demographics over time, so then maybe we need different kind of policies over time. So I mean, quite evident, but yeah, so we can come back to this once we
Yeah, I
talk
mean,
about retirement and stuff in Europe.
sure, sure. Or we can. I don't know. Do you want to talk about it now, or it's over with?
That would also make sense. Wow, I can see how
Yeah.
excited you are.
It's,
No, let's do the show and
it
come
makes me
back to
sad.
it. Alrighty, Sam. So let's continue. We got a bit of Matt Taibbi here, a lot of Elon Musk, of course, and yeah, some other characters
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, before we get into the Elon Musk and AI, we had this fantastic sort of, this is what, when, like, I generally think, I don't like journalists as a profession and all that, but Lee Fung did a, I think, fantastic job just exposing Mehdi Hassan. Apparently, he's committed plagiarism, which, as you know, is a crime worse than,
Yeah.
I think
After
most crimes.
hypocrisy, it's
It's
the second.
after hypocrisy. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, exactly. Hypocrisy is the first crime, then it's plagiarism. It's
Plagiarism, then
basically
murder.
written, then murder, rape,
And
and
so
all of those things that usually are. So that was great that he's committed plagiarism, which makes sense. He's although I don't know, I am surprised in this day and age people committing
I don't know. I would
plagiarism.
have to
It's
see
just
the
so
extent of
easily.
it, but yeah.
Apparently, it's very exact, like copying.
Wow.
So, from what I remember from this video, not to mention the fact that, by the way, the guy, the lady, the lady from Congress. I don't know if she's not a congressperson. She's a congressperson. I don't
Yeah.
get it. Like somebody they're saying, yes, she's in Congress and she works there, but not really. She's not a Congress. I know she got in through a family friend or something? They're like, yeah,
So you
come
mean she's
on.
someone
You
in the
can,
building? Okay, so say
yeah.
a person in the
But
building
somehow
said.
she's allowed to sit on committees for some reason. I don't know what the, I mean, who knows what the hell is going on now in the country. But she came out and she was threatening, what was it? She was threatening
Matt.
Matt. Yeah, she apparently with the, because Mehdi Hassan pointed out inconsistency,
Mm-hmm.
apparently one so far has been, yeah. So like, perjury, she sort of threatened him with perjury, sort of. What is perjury? I was gonna say, what is perjury in Persian? I don't even know. Like lying, basically lying
Yeah,
on their oath. So
such nonsense.
yeah, but it's all bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
think she's can do anything, but
No.
good. But seriously, go to what do you did you understand what is her like job or
No.
like because they keep saying she's actually, I don't know, she's a congresswoman, but not really her cousin. I don't, what's going on here? Somebody explain this. I mean, I don't care. No, please don't explain this. No, just
Yeah, did they say she's a
enough bullshit in
delegate
my head.
or no? Maybe a
She's like a
+1, just
substitute.
someone. Maybe you can bring a +1. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you can tag someone in if you're. Yeah, you can come in. Congress is adopting WWE rules. Suddenly somebody comes with a chair and breaks it on Matt Taibbi's head.
Oh, Matt.
So. But he did, I don't know if we discussed this on the last show. He did he's still kind of nice to Elon in the interview he did with Kim Iverson.
But now it would look bad, if he suddenly now he turned on Elon. So
Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, it's too quick. Yeah,
Matt
it's too
Taibbi, poor guy, he
yeah.
never gets any credibility. Like anybody, anything that he
Yes.
does, yeah,
Everybody
of
just
course,
hates
because
No, I
he
mean,
killed
look,
himself to save the life of this poor guy. Well, if you hadn't, then people would have.
no, but yeah, I feel bad for him now. Elon is after him. The Democrats are after him. IRS apparently. It's just all because I mean, it's not. It's so funny because I feel like the other stuff he did was so much more explosive, and the establishment was no. This is the Twitter. The fact that Twitter is biased. Nobody needed to. You revealed our secrets. Our best hidden keep secret. Who cares? Like everybody knew this.
Yeah.
It's very personal to them, I guess. It's their
Yeah.
special toy, Twitter.
No, yeah, they care so
Anyway.
much about Twitter. That is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think it's like establishment, like favorite sort of game. The same with my
Yeah,
nephew
no,
talks
for
about his
sure.
favorite video game.
No,
They're
it's their
like,
favorite social media
again?
platform. It's their TikTok. Like they
Yeah, you're
love
right.
it.
It's their TikTok. But how? Like it's so boring. Anyway, well, good for them.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but
So
Elon.
go to the beginning of this video first of all. Go to beginning of this.
Oh man, like
we need to play like 3 minutes of this video
but so
at
did you
least.
know that Sagar is
Be
I
ready
don't
to
know, a
pause.
socialist, or I mean, what do you call him?
He's a socialist?
What would you call Sagar based on what he says right now? A humanist socialist.
I would say he's a fantastic sci-fi sort of a fan, potentially a fan fiction writer. I don't know, but play the beginning. It's just
Okay.
amazing. Unbelievable.
Talking about, thinking about it a lot, and there's a new poll actually that came out that kind of ignited why we wanted to talk about. Let's put this up there on the screen. The share of Americans who, quote, strongly or somewhat support a pause on the development of advanced AI to regulate artificial intelligence, all adults, 56%. Weekly AI users is actually 64%.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Not AI users is 52%. aware of AGI or the singularity, 65%. Now, look, obviously, I think it's going to be a pretty small slice of Americans who even use AI on a weekly basis. I guess I would count myself within that. I play around with ChatGPT every once in a while. But it
I don't think it's
belies
that uncommon.
weekly
it's
AI.
uncommon?
I don't know. I would say, what do people think? Let's guess before we actually look up the real numbers. I'm going to say 10 million. 10 million, which seems actually kind of high if you think about all.
It sounds like he's talking about a pet or something, you know? He's like, how many people get to play with a pet, you know? 10% of people, okay, I get to play with my neighbors, you know, dog.
No, I mean this part Sagar was okay, but I love the, by the
Yeah,
way,
I know.
the I don't know, the polling was just people were aware of singularity. Like, what do you mean? Like, heard the name singularity? Because I've read like the whole Wikipedia page about singularity, and I still don't know what the fuck singularity
Too
is.
funny.
So but play the
Yeah,
this
yeah.
that gets
All
fantastic
students-
I
with
know.
Sagar put.
high school students, casual users like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd put it higher than
Okay.
that.
You think higher than 10 million?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
going to say 20 million.
Okay, all right. So somebody Google it. And let us know. Mac, control room, Google it. Give me a number
Give us a...
while I'm talking.
Yeah.
All right. So at the same time, Elon Musk, let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen, has been publicizing that he agrees that AI, quote, will hit people like an asteroid, and says that he actually used one of his meetings with President Obama to urge regulation.
That's
But I
interesting.
think all of this comes
Pause,
back
pause,
to a question
pause.
of,
Take it easy, buddy.
Before like hits people like an asteroid, which again, I think he's mixing his metaphors there, but whatever. But by the way, just this brought a bit of a smile to my face, because Obama basically got away with doing nothing for 8 years and all that. But can you imagine, like, he had to spend his times in stupid meetings with these psychos, like, Obama, I believe that AI could be, Obama is like, I don't, like, what do I have to? Yes, you have to, Obama. You have to do this is for, okay, tell me about AI. Yes, it's very dangerous. I believe it's gonna be, it can, it's gonna be very worrisome when AI takes over. It's civilizational threat. Why is this guy so worried about civilization, buddy? Can this guy calm the fuck down?
He never has a
civilizational
normal
threat.
concern.
No, he doesn't. No, it's just civilization only. He only addresses civilizational threats. Only. Just chill the fuck out, man. Like, we just, I don't know. This brought a smile to my face that Obama is forced to like these type of meetings. Him, Sheldon Adelson, this type. But now we get to the, I guess, cherry on top, which was Sagar's input on AI, and maybe go 10 seconds before just to.
No, it's good.
what kind of regulation? I've been thinking about this one for a while. I listened to a couple podcasts with Lex Friedman and others, people who have been thinking about this deeper than I have. And I've come around to where I think the internet went wrong is that we never had an idea of what the internet was going to be. We had a promise of free speech, of freedom, of lack of centralization, and all of that. But eventually the same market forces that took over the US economy came to dominate the internet. So to prevent that, I would say, let's establish some first principles and allow dynamic regulation to happen within those first principles and not rewrite them again in the future and try to grapple with the impacts of having them go away. To me, pro-human, that's actually number one.
Yes.
But defining that is incredibly difficult. I don't know what that means. And also, does it even matter? Because do American regulations matter when China has its own quantum computing and its own AI industry, and they don't care about any of that? But to me, if I could wave a magic wand and where I think
at least
good AI regulation, pro-human, as in AI should be coded and should have principles embedded within it to the extent that humans can.
Do not fuck humans.
Do not fuck humans over. Okay, you do not fuck over humans. All right.
Do not stick up anybody's butt.
Impact it, and the parameters, which by and large they mostly can right now whenever they're programming it, should be to the benefit of humankind. Should not be to try and supplant humans. Should be a tool like
But what if it believes in like trickle down economics, right? So technically that would be good for all the
Benefit,
humans.
Camille, that's
But
in the
one
benefit
AI
of humankind.
is centralizing
That's-
all the money and being like, no, this for your own good is gonna trickle down to you. That
it's for the benefit
bypass.
of humankind. Shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut up.
Email
Shut
is
up.
something that we use to enhance our experience rather than to supplant our experience. That would be number one. Number two, at least here in the United States and hopefully in the global West, is lack of editorialization. As in, do not allow hard-coded political correctness, as we've seen in ChatGPT, to bias
Pause.
certain topics.
Is somebody
Yeah,
taking
these
notes
people,
here,
like-
or wait, are you taking notes, or
Yeah.
who's not,
Sorry,
who's noting
yeah.
down these principles?
What was the first principle?
The
Do
shit.
not. No, what was it? Do fuck humans? Do fuck. No, don't fuck. Shit, I got it right now. You're gonna fuck humans. But I mean, I don't think, again, I don't think they understand intelligence, and therefore, like, basically what with all these AI systems that they talk about, it's mainly automation, man. They're talking about automation.
Yeah, I think
It's not AI.
Well, I think Crystal says that though. To her
Oh,
credit,
really?
I think
That's
she
true.
goes on
I
to
didn't
say like,
watch.
let's define what is AI, because some, pretty much calling like calculators AI sometimes. I'm exaggerating, but yeah.
Yeah, basically that's no. Well, nah. Yeah, I mean, come on. Are you exaggerating? So I mean, I don't like. It's like doing Isaac Asimov 3 laws of robots. You do not betray humans. You do not leave human behind in a car without petrol. It's just hilarious though. But Elon Musk knows how to, I guess. It's just he understands it's sort of attention economy for his stock, I guess. That's, I think. I mean, how's
And
the,
Elon
did you
Musk
see
had a
the,
big
yeah,
week.
he's,
What happened with the SpaceX?
well, apparently the biggest like jet ever or shuttle ever. I don't know what's the technical thing. It left Earth and exploded within minutes.
But it's
So
no
that
big
was
deal.
like-
No, but no. Yeah, I mean, you have to test
a
stuff.
lot
So
of yes, a lot of scientists were saying it's,
course.
very much it was expected, blah blah blah. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of other useful things that scientists could be wasting their time on rather than this
useful
bullshit.
things, wasting their time.
At least, I don't know, look, hair implants, much more, important than this nonsense, or whatever, how to get thin in 30 days. I don't know, anything. But it's just generally, I've always, before Elon Musk and all that, it's just a space always.
Yeah, but I'm
such a
like that too.
Stupid
Yeah.
endeavor, I find.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Why? Like, we haven't even explored the fucking oceans. Like, can we? Anyways.
Well,
yeah,
except
whatever.
for satellites and things like that.
That's I have to give them that. The satellites.
But going
that
to
was a good
Mars
thing.
or
or even Moon, man.
yeah, well, that, to be fair, they did it once. Like, okay, we did it once. It was fun, but
and even that one time, maybe not, Camille. Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, it was. Again. So yeah, you're right. He's having a very busy week. Missiles exploding, AI hitting people like asteroids.
And he's implemented some of now there are different kind of verification ticks on Twitter. So things are moving along.
Oh yeah. I do think his example is the best case for the neo-feudalism arguments that people like Yanis Varoufakis puts forward. Because did you hear that he's paying for some of the people? Some people get the blue check without them paying for the monthly thing. Did you hear about that?
So I mean, he's giving, like a company. He's like giving promotions and things like this to some people.
He's allowing some people to keep the blue check without. He said, "I'm paying for some of them. I'm paying for some of the." That's how he put it. And it's literally, it's like internet has become like a feudal
Yeah.
lord. Like he allows like a couple of people who you can visit my town. You are allowed, Stephen. What was it? Not Stephen Hawking. Who is it? Stephen King. You're allowed to visit the town hall. You can tweet here, but
You
not
tweet it.
you. It's
No, seriously.
ridiculous.
No, yeah,
And
yeah.
he kept Trump. I think he really is basically begging Trump to come back. But
Yeah.
I don't know if Trump will.
Maybe
He should,
once
though.
his
He should go.
contract is over or his legal obligation. I believe that's what's standing in the way, really.
Yeah, for Trump, legal obligations. Yeah, that's
No, but
always
to
what
that
stands.
other no, but yeah, to that other to the other platform.
Truth Social. He's
Yeah.
the owner of the. There is like a legal. Like it's not like
Yeah.
he's gonna sue himself for appear.
But
I'm gonna have to sue myself for appearing on Truth Social. Can
but yeah,
yeah
no,
he
that's what I heard.
yeah he can. No, he doesn't have a. He wants the truth to grow, but it doesn't, and he will not. So that's why he keeps staying on Truth Social.
But
Did you
look,
think there is I mean, but yeah,
no,
sorry. Go ahead.
look,
So see,
hold
what?
on.
Look what.
Wait a second.
You have to read it.
Just
I
stay
can't.
put.
It's too small. Even if there
Hold
were
on.
legal obligations, as if Trump like yeah, because of legal obligation, I can't betray.
Oh
the
my God, this is the longest
contractors.
BBC article. Hold on. Okay. There we go.
I feel like you've lost the argument.
So the legal provision states that Trump is generally obligated to make any social media post on Truth Social and may not make the same post on other social media site for 6 hours.
Oh,
What does that mean
as a part of
exactly?
merger, as a part of a
Yeah.
merger, right? It's just off of its
Oh, proposed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe this didn't go through. I don't know. So it means basically he gives them a 6-hour exclusive
Yeah.
rights to his tweets. That's what it is. It's just
But
the most ridiculous.
yeah, but I think it's gonna finish at some point, like in 20. Oh, here. Not only that, Trump is only bound to the agreement until July 2023. So I'm pretty sure after that, if Elon plays his cards right, wines and dines them well enough, gets a McDonald's every day delivered straight to his door.
Brings in a couple of porn stars or something.
Elon, he's a terrific guy.
Possible, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. But it's even like said, I think he can tweet other things, just not, he can't put the same tweets.
Like cooking and things like this, he can put. No.
No, I mean like it's just like he can tweet on other things.
Yeah.
It's just the things he tweets on Truth Social, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Very weird contract, but yeah.
But
So
hey,
are
it's
you not
gonna
worried
come
about
to an
AI?
end soon.
No?
So. Oh,
You're
me?
the Alexa user, aren't you? Aren't you afraid Alexa might at night suddenly make your fridge come and like jump on your?
Man, this old Alexa that I have, I mean, it can keep time, but that's it. And that's all I use it. I highly doubt it. I mean, if it kidnaps me, it's gonna do, such a bad job that something bad might happen.
It's a boomer of Alexas.
Yeah, it's an old. But
Sorry.
they can be kind of fun. I got this one from my father-in-law. He loves them. So he got the newer model, and then he gave me this. And in his house, he's
Okay.
connected all the lights and everything to it. So literally anything digital, he can use Alexa to command it.
Oh wow! So
Yeah,
he's like,
he's
does
big
he
into
use
that
it?
kind of
I mean, in
stuff.
practice, I wonder in practice, would you use it more often or less often than, for example, lights? The
Yeah, I mean, it's
normal.
kind of
What do you
useful with this kind
call
of stuff.
them?
I mean, I guess
Clicks.
it wouldn't hurt, lights on, lights off.
feels interesting. Yeah, could be interesting. Never. I like a manual switch. I
Yeah,
must say.
same. Me too.
I really like.
Not the way I do
Sorry.
manuals. Nothing.
No.
But yeah. Alrighty, Sam. So, what do you have for us next?
Sorry. Yeah, I was just reading the update. So there was quite a bit of explosion within the Iranian opposition abroad, as well as kind of development within Iran, and just within the Iranian opposition that is within the country. So first, I don't know if I should go to the main point of the story, or should I give all the backgrounds?
No idea.
Let me give the back. So as you remember, put Iran Georgetown group in a link. So following the Mahsa Amini protest, a couple of famous people came together with images. Couple of famous people, 6, I believe, or 8. Yeah, these people, exactly. Keep that up. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
the
worry.
one
I'll
that they
navigate through. I'll be the producer.
No, it's just put the picture that all of them are in
Yeah.
the 8.
Oh, you need to allow me to have some creative control here as well.
No, it's okay,
Joking.
real, but it's just it has to be because you can. So some of these people are actors. One of them is a human rights lawyer, professor, representative of the Kurdish community, former heir to the throne, and Hamed Esmailion, the guy on the top right hand or left hand, is that?
Yeah,
Which
this
one is
guy.
that?
This
No,
guy
I
I
know, but
just
is
right
that
clicked
right
on.
hand or left hand?
I guess I would say
I-
right because I'm facing the screen.
Yeah, our right hand, the screen's left hand. I don't. But so when they came to Georgetown, already 2 of these people, I think, were already out. Like they were like, yeah, we are not coming. 2 of them joined only through video call. So now go to the other picture. So these were the 4 that were in Georgetown, right? And plus the 2, that Ali Karimi and Golshifte Farahani. Do you remember, these 2 exactly, the 2 on the bottom right. They were the ones that were, they were the ones that only appeared through online, I guess, appears. Already Golshifte Farahani got neutralized because she met with that French new philosopher guy. What's his name?
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget, that idiot. Althusser's a student. She met with her. She completely got sort of marginalized, stopped Instagramming and all. Like she's ignoring, but everybody's just like written her off. And I think they said that they are not with this organization anymore officially. Then recently, a month ago, Reza Pahlavi, the heir to the throne, said that I have submitted the name of 2 people to join the committee. Then the reports came out that those people were not approved were not approved to join the committee. Then there was the sort of a, announcement again by the Reza Pahlavi that while he will be working with this organization, he will not limit himself to working with this organization. And then right after that, he went to Israel. And now, right after he's come back from Israel, now go to the first interview we have. Hamed Esmailion, he's the husband and a father of the 2 people who died in that airplane incident where Iran hit the passenger airplane. So he was the most famous of them. He was the most prominent media person, especially in this. Maybe you can go to his picture. He was the most prominent of them, and
Oh,
he
so he
just
was already
resigned
dead.
from the. He's dead. Sorry.
Oh no, what? Sorry, no. Wait, you said plane crash.
No, his daughter and his wife died in the plane
Okay.
that Iran shut down. The Iranian government shut down. Uh, uh, what was it? 5 years ago, 6 years? I don't remember. Like when it was right after Qasem Soleimani. He was the most prominent figure, especially in Persian like media. So, like he was the main guy. He would give the speeches, the headline speaker, blah blah blah. So now he resigned from the council, and in the interview, I just sent you the link, the interview with Iran International, and in his tweet as well, he basically points to Reza Pahlavi, heir to the throne, and constitutionalists in general, and says that they were they wanted to basically monopolize the movement, and they constantly attacked me online, and and they weren't focused on work, they were focused on other things, so I decided to resign. So he named names, I have to give him that. But I feel like, yeah, basically it's interesting that the two other people though, Masih Alinejad, who's a complete vulture, and I don't think she will quit, because she'll stand in any movement that she can milk it. Recently it came out she's apparently charging $20,000, $30,000 to appear for speeches and stuff like that. This is, by the way, a couple of years
ago. You
ago.
gotta put food on the table.
Sure. And I think a couple of years ago it was, she tried to I don't think she legally tried, she just spoke about it, that she should American government should, like, they block Iranian money, she should be paid from that money because of the things she suffered in Iran. She used to work for a fucking reformist newspaper, that piece of shit. Anyways, but their whole movement is have completely imploded, basically. It's just, and the constitutionalists are quite happy right now, actually. They are very much like, oh yeah, the constitutionists and monarchists, I suppose, because they sort of seem to have marginalized the other ones, it seems.
I see.
So that was quite fun, I must say. I had quite a good laugh at the expense of these. I mean, you feel a bit sorry for this guy in this video. Maybe you can go to his picture in the video.
In this video?
Yeah. That's his interview. This is the interview. Like, I feel bad for him. He basically got completely played by Reza Pahlavi and all these people who are just in this for the money, really. They're trying to get some money from Israel and Saudi Arabia.
I see. And what's this all about?
Oh, before that, I want to ask your opinion about this. Another thing, the guy says that, constitutions say we need to have I said to constitutionalists, we need to have representative from Baluch, from Kurd, from this, from that. And I don't think in a democracy, you can, just one person cannot, how did he put it, force their saying onto everybody. And like, sorry, but this is the problem. I think this is the biggest problem with liberals and leftists, that I don't think they understand how, like, what do you mean? Like, it's a council, you vote, you're outvoted, it's over, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and at the same time, he's like, there should be like, of course there should be people who are monarchists, but separatists should be there too. What do you mean? But what? Like, they say it should be a united front against the Islamic Republic that includes separatists. And it's like, no, that's just, I'm sorry, but that's fundamentally, these two things are opposed to each other. You cannot have a united front. You know what I'm saying? It's a fantasy they have, that there can be this united
in
front.
general, that's for sure. I mean, theoretically, no, but in practice, yeah.
You can? In practice, you can have a united front?
No, you can't. But I guess theoretically you could.
But you said theoretically, no, practically.
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
So, okay, yeah. All right. Yes. I mean, I don't think even theoretically, because theoretically they are fundamentally contradictory positions. But
No, I see what you
well,
mean, but I mean, they could. I mean, it could be like, yeah.
you have to put that they could, potentially. Okay, all right, 1%. I give them that. But this one was much more interesting, I suppose. The development within Iran. What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, so there are meeting supreme leader weekly, monthly. He has meetings with different people, and in a meeting with Basiji students. So these are super hardcore religious pro-regime students, and for these meetings, people are vetted like 100 times. Like the vetting process is very restricted. He got heckled. Supreme leader got during his routine. He was doing his routine and he
Really?
got heckled.
Oh.
It was unbelievable. And it shows the depth of the opposition it shows basically how bad situation is for the regime. So, and it was quite funny because he was talking about the government or something, and the guy suddenly started heckling him, saying, yeah, but they don't respond to us, nobody listens to the people, blah blah. And then supreme leader was like, yeah, well, if we want to do this, if we're gonna do this is not gonna work if everybody starts talking like this. This won't lead to a fruitful conversation. The guy continued heckling, and then supreme leader went, the time is short, and there's a lot of discussion to be done, and we have to go. And yes, suddenly
Christ,
he was very just quickly finished it off. So, but it was unbelievable. It was quite because it was a live broadcast, so that's why it was seen. And there was a couple of nights ago, there was quite a meeting on Clubhouse. Do you know what's Clubhouse?
Oh, the social media platform?
Yeah, it's huge among Iranian, especially political people. And they had a meeting with a lot of people inside Iran and outside of Iran. And they turn out that like a conference to rescue Iran, that's what they called it. And it was the usual stuff. Opposition people say, oh, we're gonna do better than there needs to be democracy, and it was good. It included real activists, blah blah blah, but it was very boring, I must say. So I didn't listen. So
that I believe.
Yeah, it's just the usual shit, that everybody's voice needs to be heard. It needs to be a process. Okay.
I know what you
buddy,
mean.
it's all right.
Alrighty, Sam. So I believe the next item on our agenda is Sudan. What's going on there?
It's a civil war. That's why I'm very much surprised by your smile as the next.
Oh yeah, I wasn't.
You were so excited
I wasn't
about
thinking
this.
of that. I was just thinking, nothing.
But before going to talk about Sudan and the civil war, I think something more important needs to be discussed. Just play the first 30 seconds of this video. This is
about what's happening in Sudan.
Rival forces remain locked in a power struggle despite international calls for a ceasefire.
It's an all-out battle for control of the country between Sudan's army and a paramilitary unit known as the Rapid Support Forces, the RSF, led by men who used to be allies. Hundreds of people have been killed, and hundreds have been injured. There's fighting in different parts of Sudan, but it's heaviest in the capital, Khartoum. There have been attempts at a ceasefire, but they haven't lasted. There have been air attacks and shelling. The airport has been severely damaged. There's no running water or electricity. Supplies of food are running low.
This ridiculous battle that has civilians caught in the middle, and we have nothing to do with this.
So what's behind the fighting? Well, people in Sudan have been struggling to set up a democracy after decades under one-man rule. Omar al-Bashir came
Pause.
to power in a military coup in the
So, I mean, before we talk about the civil war, who's doing the sound editing for Al
Why?
Jazeera's video? It's like, you know, they're talking about one of the most like, oh, civil war, thousands of people put a Batman trailer music. What is going on? It's like this really cool music. It's like there. And have you seen this lady, by the way? She does videos about everything, every country in the world. Go down, she's done something about something. Look what's behind. She's
Yeah.
does videos about what's behind this, how's this, and all that. And yeah, she does very cold explanations of everything. I don't know. I feel like that the setup is way too thrilling for. I don't know. What did you think of that? The
I
music.
mean, I didn't think much of
especially.
it. I feel like that's how it usually is. So I wasn't quite surprised or anything. So
Is it BBC feels like much more boring. I don't think BBC would put this sort of trailer music over. I don't know. Would
maybe, yeah,
they?
maybe BBC might be a bit more, yeah. I would give you
I
that.
don't think that's a normal thing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
guess
so
everything
I don't
is
know.
presented as a form of entertainment, I guess, in this world.
Yes. So do you know generally what's going on? There is the two sides. And yeah.
Kinda, I mean, you know, with the stuff that we've been talking about and following the past few weeks, kinda here together.
Yeah, so well, there's little update except the fact that they keep doing ceasefires and they don't last and they don't follow them. It seems the rapid RSF, what are they? Rapid Response Forces, whatever they are, the sort of more militia-like group.
Yeah.
They seem to their plans seem not to have worked as much as they wanted, according to reports. They were hoping. Oh, here, go back to the one that you had the two sides. The guy
General
Hemati
Mohammed
is the
Hamdan
RSF.
Dagalo.
Hamdan Dagalo. He's the they seem their plan doesn't seem to have worked as well as they thought. But it's surprising they keep saying that they're supported by UAE, which I found quite surprising because the other side is supported by Egypt. As always shows the fractures within the Arab world, you know, in terms of who supports who.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
you know.
This is from Middle East
But yeah,
Monitor.
nothing much.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
thank
very
you
good.
for reporting live from Sudan, and we'll check back with you in a week's time.
You're making fun of me, aren't you? You are.
I think
I'm
as
in the
much as
third
you talk
ward.
shit about reporters, you would love to be reporting
No,
from somewhere like this.
I thought you might have talked.
Huh?
I thought you might have contributed to a discussion about like, oh, okay, who's on this side? Why are they doing this? But yeah,
Yes, not to that extent. I just
no.
All right.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do we have next? Oh,
Oh, did you
what
see this?
happened
This was
here?
funny.
No,
Okay.
I didn't see this. What happened here?
Oh, you'll see. Pretty cool.
Okay, let's go.
And then read the title. I think that gives it.
Oh, sorry. Moment Russia accidentally bombs its own city.
Пацаны ехали с бани. Приехали.
Это пиздец. Ну, тут просто нету полу.
Another, I think, example of Russian competence during this war is just, I mean, what the hell are they doing? seriously, it's just almost as bad as the Iranian army now. You're like, oh, it's oops, we hit Moscow. Sorry, we hit the red square. It was red and it was a square. We thought we have to hit it. Like, what is going on? It's yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
apparently a few people were injured, but nobody
Yeah.
died.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's the worst thing about war, I suppose. Accidental deaths.
Well, I wouldn't say the worst thing, but yeah.
No, man, it's the
Or
worst thing. It's just like
collateral
hypocrisy, which
damage.
is the worst crime. Anyways. So yeah,
Okay.
that's another thing I thought I'd share with you.
So
No
what's going
input,
on in the
nothing?
UK, mate? What's Dominic Raab
Oh,
up to?
did you go to the next video, because that's the later one.
Oh fuck. Ah,
So
sorry
deputy.
again. All right,
What is
mate.
going on?
Okay.
Are you okay? It feels
So
like
what
you need to
happened?
do a British accent right now.
Can
Keep
you
saying
do
all
one?
right, mate. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Gonna. So, do you remember I told you about this Dominic Raab, this gentle, innocent man, deputy
Mhm.
prime minister too. I mean, I don't like him because I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. I don't like him because he's anti-Boris. He's on the Rishi Sunak type. Forgot about that. Yeah. He's deputy prime minister had to resign because of bullying allegation. There was a government-led inquiry report into it, and at the end they decided that he should resign. Maybe we can play a few minutes, well, maybe not even few minutes.
Leaving home this morning, about to resign his job, but with no intention of going quietly. Dominic Raab was 5 years in top cabinet jobs, and late last year, complaints about his behaviour surfaced from every one of them. Testimony was given that civil servants suffered ill health because of Mr. Raab's abrasive, intimidating and undermining treatment. The investigating barrister said many of these didn't qualify as breaches of the ministerial code. But KC Adam Tolley said Dominic Raab's humiliation of a senior civil servant at the Foreign Office was a misuse of power in a way that undermines or humiliates. And in a separate incident at the Foreign Office, Dominic Raab engaged in intimidating behaviour. At the Justice Ministry, he was intimidating or insulting towards civil servants, attacking their work as utterly useless and woeful. The report says the Justice Ministry's top civil servant, Antonio Romeo, warned Mr. Raab twice about his behaviour last year.
What's the stick in this guy's hand?
Can you be slightly more polite when you talk about the royal objects? I don't know actually. I think it's the. I think that's the. There is a guy who opens the parliament. I think that might be that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a very important thing, whatever it is. You shouldn't just call it a stick. That's all. But so as you heard, Dominic Raab, poor guy, was accused of bullying, and some guy said no, it's bullshit. Another guy, I mean, it sounds like kind of bullshit though. Like he criticized them for their work. He said their work is utterly rubbish. That sounds like a very fair assessment of the most of the things that civil service does in the UK. So
yeah, I mean, just the words. I mean, the problem is though, in like the clip that I just saw, is that just knowing what words he said or something doesn't mean anything. Like you need a bit more description of what the scene was like.
No, but no, come here. Go back. Did you see that reenactment? That reenactment of him with the hands? They do it later on as well. This is civil servants being under pressure. Oh my God!
Really?
I love Channel. Yeah, I love Channel 4's reenactments. See, it's like Dominic Raab is criticizing them, and they're like, oh my God, our stress. See, you see, that's Channel 4 does some of the most like high level production reenactments out there. But yeah, now he wrote an article before the report.
Oh
and
shit.
He's punching the table now. This is getting really.
Did he do
serious.
that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't read the report. And apparently people are saying not everything is included in the report.
Yeah,
so
that I believe.
we don't know. Sure, but then before you're going further ahead though.
Yeah.
So before the report came out, he was basically, they are saying Prime Minister Rishi Sunak sort of gave him a bit of time. He allowed the report's release to be delayed so he can get the first word in. The Dominic Raab guy. So he's saying that it's a woke mob and they're I wouldn't call them snowflakes, but I mean they are little bitches, aren't they? Come on, let's be honest. Let's be. And that's the argument he's going for. I'm kind of sympathetic to what he says, but as if a man named Dominic Raab was not posh enough. You know, have you seen Dominic Raab talking, by the way?
Have you seen so, probably.
Speaking? Go to, you can see, he's one of the poshest people like on earth. I mean, you can imagine from, you can see it in the other video we have open. Yeah, there's a, I love our channel. Oh, this is your YouTube thing.
Yeah.
It's all UFC pretty much.
In this one?
Yeah, I think there's a bit, he's interviewing by somebody late. It's very, very posh. Very, very posh. Maybe it's in the other one, I guess.
Of government.
Are you confident you're going to clear your name?
Absolutely. But that wasn't possible. Forcing out acting seen to accept the inquiry. Dominic Raab in his
Jeez.
What?
Oh.
So at any rate,
Sunak thinking it's not a straightforward case
for
his old allies.
Anyway,
you were saying.
Yeah. So as if he wasn't posh enough in, so, and remember what he's accused of again?
Bullying.
Oh, you can play here. Bullying, right? Go. I can't do this. You're distracting me.
Sorry.
No. Go to the video we had originally. I had you open. Yes, this one. Now go further ahead. Yeah, here. So, as if Dominic Raab wasn't posh enough. And remember, he's accused of bullying. They brought in a lord, Jacob Rees-Mogg. They brought in a lord on Channel 4 to defend Dominic Raab. And Jacob no, I do not believe he bullied anybody. Back in my days, my father used to piss on the servants and they could barely talk. I don't understand this. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. And yeah, I know. I think we all know what Channel 4 is doing. Basically, it's really ridiculous. But it was fun.
I see. Should I play a bit of him to get a feel of his accent? I'm curious now.
Sure. Yeah, he's the poshest man in the parliament, I believe. The House of Commons, at least.
The Civil Service Code, and Dominic Raab saying that civil servants should follow this. And this, it turns out, was when civil servants had exceeded their authority in relation to discussions over Gibraltar. And that is something of the utmost political sensitivity, and it seems to me it's absolutely reasonable for a minister to get quite annoyed when civil servants do not follow government policy, which they are meant to do. I have quite a high threshold for getting...
So they weren't listening to him. He was allowed to punish them.
It is absolutely reasonable to smack the civil servant in the face until they agree with you. It's absolutely reasonable. I don't understand this. And again, I'm making fun of it, but I kind of agree with them, though. I have to say, I think these bitches in the civil service need a good smacking. Oh man, I miss Boris. Boris would have Boris would have fucking had the civil service followed, taken picture of them cheating on their wife or something, and threatened them. He would use real like fleet of street tactics to control the situation, I think.
Perhaps.
Shame.
But yeah,
Shame he's
anything
gone.
else
But yeah,
in the UK from the UK?
no, just another innocent man gone down because he bullied innocent people. Sorry, not. I guess they're not in. But anyways, yeah, another innocent man has gone down in the UK. Another poor innocent
Englishman.
Innocent, poor, weak.
Noble.
No one to defend him. Noble.
Alrighty, Sam. So we've reached the last segment of our show, pretty much, unless something random comes up. And yeah, you sent me this video, The Financial Crisis No One is Fixing, and it's kind of talking about how people who are the amount of money that is being saved for people who are retiring is much less than what is needed. So they're calling that the financial crisis. But you can talk more generally about the whole retirement and retirement age, and they talk about that in OECD countries, as they put it here.
Yeah, it's a very interesting video. What I found interesting was the history they give was quite interesting, because not that I'm necessarily a Marxist or a socialist, but they do kind of don't mention the fact that, they mention the fact that Bismarck is, it's Germany and New Zealand. I didn't know about the New Zealand thingy, by the way, but Germany famously is one of the first countries that introduces retirement and all that. And they don't mention the fact that Bismarck was, under pressure, and, there was what do you call that? There was a Russian thingy. There was a Russian Revolution. So, there was a lot of societal pressure. So that was quite interesting, the history they gave. But overall, I mean, I think it was, they're right, basically. We're going to have a problem. But that kind of goes back to what we were talking about. I think if we managed population properly, we wouldn't have these sort of bottlenecks. So
perhaps, yeah. And just the retirement age. I mean, there's two things, right, with the whole retirement thing. I feel like two main parts. One is about like the person, right? People want to retire and do something else. And another is kind of the societal one, where they're like, okay, get the older people out of the work and put in the younger people in. But perhaps now in most, like, a lot of Western countries and things like this, we reached a point where it can't be that black and white. Maybe for people who do physical labor work, then sure, but others, they want to keep on working, they could keep on working, and then if you want to pull out, you can pull out. But then I guess, where do you get money? You move to a cheaper place and live your retirement years.
That's they show. That's the. I mean, I think we really need to
go to Spain.
No, that's fair enough. That's Turkey. I mean, look. I mean, what you're saying is so general. I guess I agree. I
don't know. Yeah.
But
what if Spain becomes like the center of World War III? Because like all old Europeans start going there, and at one point there's a big clash.
I think the English
the English will be like, no, we were here first. No way, we're giving this up.
The English villages become English colonies. That could be. But they showed actually quite a lot of old people in Japan. They showed a lot of old people are doing manual hard labor, and I just genuinely think we need to rethink work around manual. I don't understand, how do we pay like academics or any office person more than any like a laborer? I don't get it.
Well, it's because of the way we value things, right?
I know, because we train more people in labor activities than in, you know, the market. In the market, there is more
Yeah.
of people who can, but it's like ridiculous. Like this is, doesn't make, like, we need to adjust that. I think we need to, you know,
Yeah.
they need to ban a lot of stupid bullshit jobs, basically, what David Graeber talks about. Like, and that way, I think more people would do real jobs. And yeah, not that it would help with this situation. I don't know what would help with this situation. But it feels bad, man. If you see these old men in Japan, like climbing trees, what do you call that when you cut? You make the you know, for winter
Yeah.
or whatever, they cut the trees down, whatever. So I want to harass the trees, but that's, I think, in Persian.
But man, Japan, they have
Harass,
so many old people though. That's true.
yeah, it's but and it's, unless by they should invest in robotics, by the way, so robots do all the hard labor. But until then, I think, yeah, this is weird, man. This is so odd. Old people doing hard work. And you see it, by the way, in Iran, you see it quite a lot, I would say. I don't know, in Switzerland, do you see it at all?
What? Old people
Old
working?
people doing manual work. Manual, like hard man.
No. I mean, no, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm completely okay with, hopefully, Russia taking over all of Western Europe and putting gulags, and, you know, putting those bastards to work for once in their life. You support, or no position on gulags in Western Europe? No? Oh, you're okay. So not yes, not no. That's uninteresting. That is a surprise.
Try and see if there's anything else interesting in this video.
I don't think there is. I mean, we already ranted quite a lot.
Yeah.
What did you think? Did you like this video?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, it just made me think about that when retirement things came into play, the kind of model for retirement, the demographics were quite different, and that they've changed a lot in the past 50 or 60 years. Like more old people and more old people living longer. So.
Oh yeah, that's the, yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, isn't it good that now, you know, my grandpa retired when he was 55. That is, and he lived up to 88 or 9, something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, he had a longer life not working.
Nice. But okay, all right. I guess we've come to an end here. If anybody has any comments, questions, criticisms, please leave them below. We'll make sure to get to them. No, please like. That is true. And subscribe. And we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.